Fernando Alonso, the two-time F1 world champion, will leave Alpine at the end of the season to join Aston Martin, becoming the latest surprise in the F1 driver market. Alonso will replace the retiring Sebastian Vettel, making room for Oscar Piastri or someone else to take over the Alpine seat. Alonso expressed his confidence that his future will be resolved by the time Formula One resumed competition at the end of August following the Hungarian Grand Prix on Sunday. Though as a result of the swift conclusion of negotiations with Aston Martin, he will now join the British team owned by Lawrence Stroll for the years 2023 and beyond. This Aston Martin team is clearly applying the energy and commitment to win, and it is therefore one of the most exciting teams in Formula One today. I've known Lawrence and Lance for many years, and it's very obvious that they have the ambition and passion to succeed in Formula One. I have watched as the team has systematically attracted great people with winning pedigrees, and I have become aware of the huge commitment to new facilities and resources at Silverstone. No one in Formula One today is demonstrating a greater vision and absolute commitment to winning, and that makes it a really exciting opportunity for me. I still have the hunger and ambition to fight to be at the front, and I want to be part of an organization that is committed to learn, develop, and succeed. Aston Martin, meanwhile, said in a statement about hiring the Spanish superstar, "The whole company is very excited to bring Fernando's incredible experience and brilliant pace and racecraft to the team. The recruitment of a special talent such as Fernando is a clear statement of intent from an organization that has committed to developing a winning Formula One team." Lawrence Stroll, executive chairman of Aston Martin, is also excited that Alonso will join the company as it continues to strive towards the front runners of the sport. "I have known and admired Fernando for many years, and it has always been clear that he is a committed winner like me. I have set out to bring together the best people and develop the right resources and organization to succeed in this highly competitive sport, and those plans are now taking shape at Silverstone. It seems natural therefore to invite Fernando to be part of the development of a winning team, and we very quickly established in our recent conversations that we have the same ambitions and values, and it was logical and easy to confirm our desire to work together." The news comes less than 24 hours after Alpine F1 boss Otmar Szafnauer expressed confidence that Alonso would stay with the team throughout 2023 and beyond, predicting that negotiations would be simple. As negotiations neared the end before the summer break, Szafnauer believed his Enstone-based team was on the verge of signing Alonso to a new F1 contract. Despite being told by Alonso on the eve of the Hungarian Grand Prix on Sunday night that everything appeared to be in order by the lawyers, Szafnauer said he was taken aback when he read Aston Martin's announcement on Monday. "It was the first communication I had. Obviously, when we're in the paddock, there's all sorts of rumors, and I had heard rumors that Aston were interested. Once you hear that they're interested, there's probably discussions that took place, and there's some other indications that discussions took place, like walking out of the same motorhome at the same time, all that kind of stuff which I saw. But I was confident that even with the discussions, and there's nothing wrong with exploring, that we were very close. So yes, the first confirmation I had was a press release. I did ask the question to Alonso, and I was told, no, I haven't signed anything. So I was a bit surprised." When asked if he had spoken to Alonso since the announcement, Szafnauer replied, "I haven't talked to him since he's on a boat, I think, in the Greek Isles somewhere." Szafnauer said Alpine and Alonso had almost reached an agreement on a 1+1 contract extension, which would guarantee the Spaniard a seat in 2023 and an option for 2024 and beyond. One of the elements that was central to Alonso's future thoughts was staying in F1 for as long as possible, as he felt a one-year commitment was insufficient. According to Szafnauer, there were just a couple of minor points that were outstanding, as he said that his lawyer would get back to us on. I believed that to be the case. And then before he left, I confirmed with him that we would be signing soon. And he said, "Yeah, don't worry, I haven't signed with anybody else. We'll continue this in the next couple of days." We offered a 1+1 deal. And we discussed with Fernando that, look, if next year at this time you're performing at the same level, of course we will take you, and that could have carried on. But I think he wanted more certainty independent of performance. I want to stay for longer, and I think that was the crux of the going 1+1 as opposed to 2+1 or 3+1 or 3 years. Behind the scenes, it's believed that Aston Martin and its owner Lawrence Stroll had been hard at work for several days, putting together a package good enough to convince Alonso to commit now rather than waiting out the summer. The team's strategy had shifted dramatically. For many weeks, Aston Martin's focus had been on continuing with Sebastian Vettel, but the company was aware that the German was contemplating retirement from F1. Aston Martin remained loyal to Vettel for as long as possible, but when the four-time world champion finally informed the team hierarchy on the Wednesday before Hungary that he wanted to retire, the team knew it couldn't sit back and risk being saddled with a second-rate option because better options had been snapped up elsewhere. That is why, rather than keeping Vettel's retirement plans a secret until much later in the season, the wheels were set in motion to get the information out as soon as possible. It served the dual purpose of relieving pressure on Vettel while also making it clear to every driver on the grid that there was now a clear vacancy. Aston Martin effectively played a role in flushing out the driver market to determine who was available and how much interest there was. Those who wanted the seat would undoubtedly get in touch, and Alonso was one of them. The Spaniard, who stocks with Alpine, had reached a stalemate that needed to be resolved over the summer, found himself in a position where he went from potentially getting a new contract at Alpine to definitely getting one at Aston Martin. As he stated on Thursday, when asked if Aston Martin was a possibility, all the teams are an option, as long as they don't have two drivers signed. My priority is to be with Alpine because, we've been working and developing this project together for 2 years now. We're more and more competitive and probably my wish is to stay. But we didn't, sit down completely and move forward things. So still everything ongoing. From Aston Martin's perspective, it was a no-brainer to do whatever it took to convince Alonso to join, knowing fully well that there was only a small window of opportunity before he was lost elsewhere. There may have been more readily available driver options for the team elsewhere, such as Mick Schumacher and Nico Hülkenberg, but they did not align with the team owner Stroll's ambitions for his squad to win the World Championships. In the end, while Aston Martin's competitive fortunes on track this year have not been great, the Silverstone squad's ambitions are likely to have been the most influential in convincing Alonso to finally commit. No other team was currently undergoing the same level of investment ramp-up and infrastructure improvement as Aston Martin, which has added new sponsors and technology partners and is pushing hard with its new factory and wind tunnel plans. For Alonso, who is driven to win in F1 rather than simply race around in the midfield, money still buys a lot in the sport, and he sees potential in what Aston Martin has planned for the future. Alpine has already gone through a major investment phase since Renault returned to take over the squad as a works team, and it may now be the case of diminishing returns. Sure, Aston Martin is a big gamble for Alonso, who, at 41, has probably made his last bet in his F1 career if he wants to get back to the front. But he was crystal clear in Hungary, saying in prophetic terms that outside of the big three teams, every driver is betting on finding the right spot right now. There is no crystal ball that you can choose. I guess now with this set of regulations, it seems that Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes, they are the only capable teams of winning races. So if you have an opportunity into 2023 with those three teams, you will try to join forces. But if there is no opportunity, you just need to trust some of the projects that they are maybe wishing that they are more competitive next year. That is all I hope. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. And let us know in the comments what you think.